Hello and welcome. My guests are Elvis Presley, a four-piece band from South Carolina led by Matt Cothran. They're getting ready to release their new record entitled New Alhambra, named after a famed Philadelphia arena known for hosting hardcore professional wrestling events. I spoke primarily with Cothran while relaxing after the final show of their tour with Alex G that night in Philadelphia. First, here's Ease, a cut from their new record performed earlier that night.
I'll just let the silence drift over my mind. Sure isn't for me. I have failed at everything that I've ever tried. Sure isn't for me. Sure isn't for me. Sure isn't for
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And you guys were amazing tonight.
Thank you very
Seriously.
much.
Yes. First of all, I just want to know how the tour's going. Usually when I talk to someone who's nearing the end of a tour,
Yeah, this
I
is the end.
yeah, I know.
So-
I usually talk to people like they're going through some sort of like traumatic experience because I
Yeah.
feel like it's very stressful. How was it for you guys?
There was the usual stress,
Mm-hmm.
but it was great. It was amazing.
Mhm.
I got to see my favorite band in the world, Alex G, play
Mhm.
every night, and every night they did wonderful. Saw some of the best venues around in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Cuisine on Locale in Somerville, Massachusetts. Possibly the greatest music venue in America that I've played in. I mean, it was great. I definitely like to shout them out. I don't know. This is the least stressful tour I've ever been on. I've been touring in some manner for like 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and this was the most expansive and the best. It worked out really well.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have a booking agent now, right? That's
Yeah.
sort of a new thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we've gone to this guy Greg Horrible, who's in the band The World Is a Beautiful Place, and I am no longer afraid to smoke weed every day and worship the devil. And they're a great band, and he's a great guy. He's a talented person. He knows what he's doing, and,
Mhm.
and you know, and that I credit him a lot with how things went. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm. There's like so many cool people, man.
Yeah, just chilling,
So
just
many
kicking it
amazing
out, just kicking it in the
musicians.
backyard. Yeah.
So the new record is called New Alhambra,
Yeah,
and I'm very fascinated by it because I'm a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And ECW was the coolest.
it was the coolest.
So I'm curious how, because it doesn't seem to be like from the couple songs that have been released, it doesn't seem like it's about wrestling per se, but you've obviously sort of drawn
It's there,
inspiration
yeah.
from it.
Like
so
the,
how does it relate to that?
Well, one of the songs that got released, the No More Sad Songs,
Mm-hmm.
has the entire time the background is Joey Styles, who was the announcer,
Yeah.
For people who don't know, VCW, one of the best like sports announcers or like sports entertainment whatever announcers ever. I mean he had a great voice. He had a great way of like telling a story and stuff. And he's throughout the song. There's some Dusty Rhodes references. There's a lot of sampling between songs. They all kind of flow together. Terry Funk.
Hmm.
I don't know. It was just a huge part of my upbringing and who I am as a person, and it's still something that I respect, despite its problems. And it has problems like all our pop culture does.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of issues to be resolved. But I think as an art form, I respect it a lot.
Mhm.
And I wanted to pay homage. Well, the whole record is really about me paying homage to like the things that are truly important to me. Homage? Am I saying that right? Homage? Homage? That's what I said, right? Cool. Sometimes I don't know how to speak correct. I'm from South Carolina now. You gotta slow it down for me. No, but it's just I wanted to reference the things in my life that are important, the touch points, the bands that I actually like. I feel like on a lot of our records, we haven't been able to really, truly be ourselves because I don't think, at least me as a songwriter, knew how to be really expressive without being like overbearingly self-centered or something. Yeah, I wanted to let people into my world a little bit and show what it really is, and that it's I don't know. I think we did that though. But yeah, wrestling's a big part of it. A lot of bands that I grew up listening to or that I respect now, I definitely shout them out on the record too. So. Yeah.
How many times have you been to the New Alhambra Arena? I think you said you.
I've never been.
Really?
Yeah, I've never. I wanted to go. Every time I'm in Philly, I want to go. I want to see it. I want to see it real bad.
Do you think you'll get to go tomorrow or something?
I
Or
don't
do they
think we'll
even
have
it?
time.
Oh, man.
But
We have to drive all the way back to South Carolina
Oh.
tomorrow. It's like a 12-hour drive. We also have to pick up our cat in Asheville at the house that we're moving into in like 2 weeks. And so it's like going to be total 15 hours. It's
Wow.
going to be horrible.
it'll be the worst part of the tour, but it'll be the end, and that'll be okay. And the rest has been, we paid for it with having these great times.
Hopefully I'll be able to ride off of the high of like how great tonight was and last night in New York, which was just like phenomenal. And we got to be around a lot of really great energy and a lot of really wonderful people. So hopefully that'll like carry us without it being too terrible.
Yeah.
I think we'll do okay.
Sweet. I want to talk about humor in your music because I've seen you talk about it online. I feel like a dork because I follow you on Tumblr, but it's for the blog.
That's fine. If no one followed it, then it would be really sad. I'd be just like, I'd be talking to no one.
But I think it's really interesting that you use this like sort of ironic tool of like it's like overblown sadness as a
Yeah.
form of humor. I
Yeah.
think that's really interesting. Talk a little bit about that.
I think a lot of it, the thing about emotions that are, especially ones that are really intense, like love or anger or rage or sadness, like deep sadness, is that like there's always that moment that maybe lasts a couple of minutes where it's like really visceral and real, and you go you like really feel it. And it's just everything is that emotion, and then maybe even an hour later you're like you can laugh at it, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the songs start off as like really, really, true and real to me. Like I have some lines that are hilarious to me. Like I did a project called Gremlins. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
With Sam Ray and Patrick Jeffords and some other and Katie Lee and some cool people. And there's a song John Bonet on there. And it's like, I want to die like John Bonet or whatever. It's like, that's the funniest shit ever to me now.
Yeah.
Like, who says that?
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like viciously angry, and I was
Yeah.
just like and sad, and so I wrote it out. But now, and there's times when I write stuff intentionally to try to be humorous, but I think with time everything sort of levels out, and then you can laugh at yourself, and there's nothing wrong with laughing at yourself. That's like an enjoyable feeling.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that. I mean, humor is important. I mean, there's a lot to be laughed at in the world, and I think I'm getting better uh, just being honest in my music in general.
Yeah.
So it does suck sometimes to get lumped into like the sad thing, because I don't like the glorifying sadness thing that I think
Yeah.
is perpetuated now. I don't ever try to glorify anything. I'm just trying to be like honest, and so that can be annoying. But also, it's like once you make something, it's out there, it's not yours anymore. So
Yeah.
like people are gonna interpret it however they want,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just the way it is. It's something that everybody, I think, that makes things has to kind of accept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you ever toe the line between humor and like genuine sadness?
Yeah, I think a lot of it kind of wavers
Mm-hmm.
back and forth. I think that's kind of our entire dynamic,
Mm-hmm.
is like laughing at how fucked up things are, while also like acknowledging like, yeah, this is really fucked up. Like, this is not a good situation. All I can do is sort of laugh at it now and then try to work it out. So
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of that in my music, because that's what my life has been pretty much. And like anybody else's, it's been always that.
I don't wanna hurt no one, but I will. I only understand this body for its needs. Tearing my heart out to feed my secrets. My cage is beautiful, but insincere. New heaven, new earth. My prayers are eternal, but feeding no one. Peroxide loves me like no one ever has. Wound up with passion for nothing exactly. You will remember me for who you think I am. New heaven, new earth. Violate my world, I'm not a person. I know the one success of settling the score. Peeling back the skin reveals no meaning. My cage is beautiful, but insincere. New heaven, new earth.
So talk about the significance of releasing music under different names. If I'm not mistaken, Elvis Presley was originally a solo project,
Yeah.
but now you consider it a collaborative project.
I would say it was. I was always writing the songs,
Mhm.
but there's not a single Elvis Presley record that doesn't have a bunch of other people on it.
Mhm.
Like from the very first thing, and they were never a fit. Like since Hollow Pleasures, there's been like an official band that is the band, but it was always a band too. Different people. Some of them are still playing with me, some of them aren't. It's yeah, but Coma Cinema, that band has always been something I've focused on being like just my thing, where I can do whatever I want and I don't have to like worry about it if anyone will hear it or not.
Mhm.
And so it's a good way to separate things. I think the Elvis Presley records are certainly like becoming more diverse from the Coma Cinema stuff. I feel like there was like, you could pretty much say they were real similar at first, but as they diverged, especially with playing with a real solid lineup, they're starting to really separate and become their own things. So that's cool,
Mhm.
and that's always fun. I don't know. I just like having options. It's cool to have options.
Yeah.
No, if you put out a bunch of records as one band, like people started to get tired of it. They were like, "Oh, well, I'll check it out later." You know, I already heard the other record. But if you got different bands, you know, there's people who don't know that I do both.
Yeah.
That listen to both. I've seen that before. And to me, it's like, oh, how do you not know? But you know, there's people out there who just are like, I didn't know that you were in both, and it's like, yeah, well, that's what you know, which is cool too. So it's like almost like two audiences or something.
Yeah.
And there are differences in the audience, you know.
Mhm.
And that's cool. So when I write maybe a Coma Cinema record, I know that like I'm gonna speak predominantly to this audience, and
Yeah.
the Elvis Presley record is gonna speak predominantly to this audience. So I get a chance to like reach different kinds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that your music is very much linked to the South. I think that's really interesting because
Yeah.
it's not really like country music, but you said it's just kind of in what you do. And how is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the stuff that was really formative for me, like, was growing up, was listening to like Jim Reeves and like Hank Williams and like these old country stuff that my granddad was into. Roy Acuff and Johnny Paycheck, stuff like that. Webb Pierce, that's a good one. I could go all day with just like people I used to fuck, like Patsy Cline, all these motherfuckers that are just great. Probably all dead, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Southern culture itself is just, I don't know. It's so ingrained in me. It's funny because being from the South, a lot of people who are maybe, especially artists, maybe who are like more sensitive people, kind of try to reject their roots a lot. And I did too. I tried to, you know, I covered my accent. You know, some people were even like, "Oh, I don't even hear you. I don't even hear your accent." Which I think silly. I think I definitely have a Southern accent. But some people are like, "Oh, I don't even notice," because I did try to bear it. You know, hey, what's up? Like tried to do that kind of
Yeah.
voice forever. And yeah, now I embrace it. You know, it's just the South has its problems like anywhere else, but there's so much good there. There's so much like beauty and history, especially artistically. And I feel like artistically the South is underrated.
Yeah.
And I think of some of the influence of those old country singers definitely kind of shines through in my music. Their songs were short too. If you listen to old country songs, it's all short music. They got to the point, and their songs were sad too, are considered sad too. You know, but I feel like there was a lot of humor in their music too. I mean, you can only like Webb Pierce has this song like "There Stands the Glass." You ever hear it? It's like there stands the glass. That'll ease all my pain. That'll dry all my tears. It's my first one today. It's my first one today. And you know he's gonna have more. It's kind of a funny thing too. It's extreme. It's the extremes. So yeah, I don't know. I fuck with Southern culture. I fuck with all the good aspects for sure.
Yeah. Cool. And what is the future of the Elvis Presley and Coma Cinema projects? You've hinted that there's another Coma Cinema album in the works, but you're not
Yeah.
sure what you're going to do with it or how it's going to come out. Or
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm probably just gonna drop it. It's like it's gonna be long. It's gonna be like what would be a 2 LP, but I don't know if I'm gonna do physical for it. But it's called "Let's Rid the World of Music," which is really just a joke. I mean, I don't think that we should do that.
Yeah.
But it's a joke on "Let's Change the World with Music,"
Okay.
which is a Prefab Sprout album, which is one of my favorite records of all time. He's a huge influence on me. I mean, it's a beautiful fucking album, and it's real long. I got like over half the songs written and stuff, and it's all really strange music. I'm gonna make a bunch of very strange music, like intentionally just be as weird as possible,
Yeah.
just to see like how weird I can get while still maintaining like song structure. So I'm thinking about you doing a lot of songs that don't have like any musical instruments on them, and see what could happen. Like you know,
Yeah.
hit on this and shake this to make a sound, or like. You know, maybe there's all kinds of ways to make sound. You know, like there's. I've thought about like maybe. I have a tape recorder you can change the speed on. I thought
Yeah.
about recording like different sounds, like cars going by, or like a highway that has something with constant noise, and then like pitch shifting it, and maybe I want to try to do a lot of music that is made with non-musical components. Like,
Yeah.
let's rid the world of music. Like, let's make music with just like nothing or
Yeah.
whatever. And that'd be cool. Elvis Presley, I don't know. We're gonna drop our record, which is done and mastered, and I'm really proud of it. We're gonna drop Neil Alhambra, and see what happens. I mean,
Yeah.
make more records, hopefully tour more, meet nice people.
Yeah.
You know? It's something I always want to do. You
Mhm.
know.
I feel like you've reached a point where, like, starting with posthumous release,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I've only been following your music for like a little under a year, but I feel like starting with that record, everything was like your best. Like, you don't want to put it out unless it's really your best.
Yeah.
And is that sort of a more recent thing now that you've put out so much music that?
I've always tried to top the
Mhm.
last thing. Like if you put something out and then the thing you put out next is worse than that, then like that's not helping you. Then you're back to square one. you
Yeah.
know? I've always tried to up myself. I'm pretty competitive. I'm like self-competitive. I don't know. I think Neil Humber is better than Posthumous Release. I think Posthumous Release is the best record I've ever done
Mhm.
up until that time. I think hopefully the next thing I'll put out will be better than all of them.
Yeah.
But I can't be sure. And I'm proud of everything I've done.
Yeah.
I don't listen to my old music a lot, but when I do, I'm not like ashamed of it. I look at it and I'm like, oh, that was a time that you were on this level and you did that and you did the best you could and I'm proud of you. You did a good job. And there's some songs on my like first record and stuff that I still think are really good songs. And there's some that I'm just like, oh well, swing and a miss, but
Yeah.
but at least you swung, And yeah, it's all you gotta always be moving forward.
Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else you want the world to know? Any lessons from your daddy? Because I think those are so funny.
You like this video?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're so nonsensical. I just feel it. Well, let me see. It's like my daddy.
You can't. I don't know. You have to do it.
Well, you always got to start. It's the whole theory is that you start with something. Let's see. Milk crate, egg crate, crate full of crates. I don't care. It's like my daddy always said. The feelings you carry are only as good as what you carrying them in. Just like that.
That's good.
It's philosophy.
I'm going to carry that with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, you're gonna carry that crate. Carry that crate for 9 hours. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. Everybody should listen to Alex G. Everybody should listen to every Orchid Tapes band in the world.
Mm-hmm.
R.L. Kelly.
R.L. Kelly.
Yeah.
What I really want to say is that I truly, truly, deeply, deeply love and appreciate everything that has been given to us that we are not deserving of, but grateful for. This has been a great tour.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who came out to the shows, everyone who continues to support us are amazing. And I'm amazed every day. I am, my life is justified and valued by the love that people give me, and I came from nothing. I came from absolutely nothing, and to be here, talking to you, is a blessing, and that's cool as hell.
Cool.
And so, thank you, everyone in the world, and I'm gonna keep trying to do the best I can to do whatever it is that you guys like. I don't know. You guys like it. I don't know. I'll keep doing it. I appreciate it. That's all I want to say.
Truest love, void on fire. You have haunted my desire. Always real, always right, always alright.
Cool. Well, thank you for all the beautiful music.
And that's the bottom line. Stone Cold Steve Winwood says, "Give me a higher love." Hell yeah. What? A higher love? What? Valerie, what? All right, cool.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
That was good. Thank you. That was good.